Hello and Happy New Year. My name is Taribo Pembe. Welcome to the first episode of On the Greens for 2019. Let's have a look at what this episode has in store for us. On this episode, I got to play the easiest hole at the Nkonyeni golf course with resident pro Robert Shiba. Also bringing you 2019 rules and tips by our local pro Raymond Matosi. I also had a chat with the reigning February SRIC Monthly Mug Winner, Nicholas Villalati. Before wasting any further time, let's have a look at the easiest hole to play at the Nkonyeni golf course. We're here at Nkonyeni to test and to play stroke 18, which is the indexed, dubbed the easiest hole here at Nkonyeni. I'm here with resident pro, Robert Shiba. Robert, welcome to On the Greens.
So, my brother.
Good, good.
Nice to have me.
Awesome, man. We're here, this is a par 3 at Nkonyeni, and it is stroke 18.
Yeah.
So tell us, is this really the easiest hole to play here in Nkonyeni?
Yeah, well, in terms of the stroking, it is, but again, it depends on your game. So,
yeah,
you mustn't get intimidated by the stroke. So you still have to produce a good shot for you to be able to score. So, but actually, it is an easiest hole on this course.
On this course, because I know the strokes have changed.
Yeah.
You know, before it was 13.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. But then after all the measurements and stuff, they've come up with the fact that this is the easiest hole.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. To the viewers out there, let's see if we could probably play this hole. It's a short hole. It's a par 3. So if they say it's easy, so me and you, we're supposed to play birdies or par, yeah.
Yeah. But I can promise the viewers a par, not a birdie.
Okay, I'll go.
Put myself under pressure. Yeah.
All right, I'll go for a par as well. Obviously, you're a professional golfer, yeah. So you're playing on scratch.
Oh yeah, yes.
All right, so I'll use my newest handicap index, which is 8.
Okay.
You know, so nobody's stroking here.
No, yeah, me either. So
for stable fort.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play. You show us the way.
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right.
So, viewers, I'm gonna club the 9-iron here.
What?
Yeah.
Distance?
It's 152, so it should be fine for me. Okay.
All right.
Get myself ready.
So Robert, we've played our shots.
Yeah.
Straight onto the dancing floor.
Yeah.
But when you're up there on the tee box, the green doesn't look as big as it looks now.
Yes.
So does this green being as huge as it is now make this hole even more easier? Depending on where the pin placement, because now I can see as we approach that these 2 bunkers that are protecting the green from the right hand side.
Yeah. My main aim from the tee is to actually hit it center of the green, anyway center, to avoid being in the bunker on that side, you know. Okay. So it's safer to actually miss the pin on this side, yeah. So yeah, that's why I can see my police here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then if you're aiming to miss, or you're aiming center to miss the 2 bunkers on your right, you still have these 2 trees here that are in play.
I see.
So it has to be a straight shot.
More or less, yeah. Yeah.
More or less. All right, no problem. Let's play our second shots here. Actually, let's putt our second shots.
Yeah.
And see what score we're going to make.
Okay.
Right. You want the pin in or out?
It's fine inside, yeah.
New rules.
That's fine. Yeah, with the new rules, it's cool. Wrong line. Too much. Got it.
Nice.
Yeah, well done, bro. Another par.
Yeah, pass all round.
Yeah. Thanks, brother.
Oh, no, thank you very
done?
much. We've played the hole.
Yeah.
I can't say it's easy.
No,
because
it's not.
you still have to come to the
Yeah.
putting green. You still
Yeah.
have to, know
Yeah.
how your board runs here.
Yeah.
It is stroke 18, but I doubt it is that difficult.
Yeah.
Any advice, invites, tips for golfers who come and play this hole here?
I would say people should just stick to their basics and play their own game plan, because end of the day, it is how you actually manage your game. So never mind the strokes and whatnot, because as you see, it's a stroke 18. It should be playing easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, people should just stick to their game plan and see how it goes.
Right, it's a simple advice. Stick to the basics.
Yeah.
Come to the tee box, hit the ball on the green,
Yeah.
and do your putting.
Yeah.
Don't mind the stroke. I think that's a great advice as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Chapter Divo.
Right,
thanks for having
All
me,
right,
brother.
thanks, man.
Sure.
You have seen it. I've played the easiest hole at the Nkonyeni golf course with resident pro Robert Shiba. Coming up next is a golf profile with Robert Shiba himself. Let's have a look.
Hi, my name is Robert Shiba. I'm the resident professional golfer at Nkonyeni. Giving a bit of my background, I started playing golf back in 2002, back at SO2EO1. That's where I actually grew up. That's where my family is actually. And then I moved to rural Swazi in 2006 before I came here at Nkonyeni in 2010. And that's when I actually started beginning my work here as a professional golfer. I would say what inspired me is the fact that I was living next to a golf course. So every time I go to school, I would pass by the golf course and see people playing. And I was also fortunate enough that our late coach Johannes Lamini used to visit us every Tuesdays during school days. So I approached him as a kid and I told him that I was interested to play golf, and he actually introduced me to the sport. And I think that's how I actually got involved with golf and everything. Yeah, at first it was hard, but as I kept it going, getting to know the sport better, knowing the rules and the ethics behind the sport. I started playing golf, amateur golf, I think back in 2002-03, around there. Luckily I was developed by the Southern Golf Union, so they would now and then give us sessions in terms of training. They would send us to South Africa for golf clinics, and then I would say I started enjoying golf after my trip back from Scotland, because while I was sent to represent the country in Scotland, I was still here. But then after that, I realized that no, this is my sport, and let me give it a go and see where it will actually put me in the future. So I basically played amateur golf since then up until 2009. After probably representing the country almost every year, I was in and out of the country, playing Zone 6 games, Africa games. So then I felt like I've been doing that amateur golf enough now. So I then decided to move to the next stage and become a pro and see what happens. So I basically turned pro in 2009. I would say my best moments obviously would be when I was in Scotland, getting to meet other best junior golfers in the world, and obviously being nervous while I'm on the golf course and not knowing what's going on, because it was my first experience as well. And from there on, I really had some good moments during Zone 6 games. I remember playing one of the Zone 6 games in Zim, playing against a South African guy that I beat on the last hole. We were playing match play, so that was really one of my best moments. And I remember Afahon Senior was our captain then, so yeah. I would say people should come out and learn golf, man. It's a great sport, especially once you get to know it. And obviously to the juniors, I know we have 3 pros that are behind junior development, which is Mishak Zwane, Moses Shongwe, and Peter Lamini. So people should check those guys out, man, for more details, so that they can actually then get their kids involved with golf.
What a humble golfer Robert Shiba is. Coming up next, I get to know more about the reigning SRIC Monthly Mug Winner, Mr. Nicholas Vilagati. Let's have a look at what went down. I'm sitting down here with the February SRIC Monthly Mug Winner, Nicholas Vilagati. Nick, welcome to On the Greens.
Welcome, Tarib. How are you?
Oh, fine, thanks, man.
Thanks, my brother.
Before we start, congratulations. I can see 2 trophies sitting beside us here. You know, you didn't just win a mug, you won mugs. How does it feel?
Hey, thank you, Tarib, for having me.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be part of SRIC golf tournament. In the past last Saturday, we played a mug in Babane.
Yeah.
Which I managed to win a net prize and a gross prize. Yeah.
Okay, before we get into the golf action, who is Nicholas Vilagati?
Hey, Tarib, Nicholas Vilagati is a guy who's staying in Babane, who started playing golf 6 years back.
Okay.
Who's self-employed. So currently I'm still in Babane, staying in Babane, and my golf course is Babane Golf Club.
So you are not a professional golfer?
Not yet a professional golfer.
Not yet. All right. Coming to the given day, the ESRIC, you know, did you feel it you are going to win it? You know, besides speaking about the gross and the net, the 2 trophies, how did you feel on the given day?
Well, Taribo, my principle when I play golf, usually I always want to play and beat the course. So that day I played just to beat the course. Yet, fine, I couldn't beat the course, but I made 3 overall, which gave me the prizes. Otherwise, my aim was to beat the course.
Your aim was to beat the course.
Yeah.
So on the given day, you know, your first 9. How was your first 9? How was your second 9?
Well, my first 9 was a little bit tough because I made 3 over, which is 39 gross. Then on my second 9, then I said, no, let me try and correct the mistakes that I did on my first 9, which worked because I played 36 gross, which is flat. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you played flat on your second 9.
On my second 9.
But on your first 9, you played 3 over.
I played 3 over.
Let's talk about your first 9.
Yeah.
How many birdies? How many bogeys? How many double bogeys? Because you had 3 over, you know, and which holes?
Okay, terrible. But on my first 9, on hole number 3, which is stroke 7 in Babane.
Yes, a par 4, yes.
Par 4, I made a double bogey there.
Okay.
And then I had a drop on number 7 and number 8.
Okay, that's a short hole number 8.
Yes, that was 4 over before I finished my first 9. Then on my number 9th hole, I made a birdie. That gave me 39 gross.
39 gross.
Yeah.
So then I know when you are writing down your score, 39 first 9, you can see other scores, you know, on the board.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were in contention when you saw the other players posting good scores as well? Because there were good scores on the given day for the first 9.
Yeah. Well, Taribo, my achievement, I think what I happy about on that day is that I hate to write my gross and start with 4. So
There has to be a 3 there.
it has to be a 3 because
Yeah.
if you write 4 and then I feel like no, it was a bad round. But
Yeah.
on that day I wrote 39, which is fair. Then the other guys who was leading, I think he was 2 under, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
or 1 under, which is 35 or 34. So I knew that still chasing 5 shots.
Yeah.
But again, I forgot about him because my concentration was on beating the course, not any player.
So your second 9, you had to be fully focused,
Yep.
knowing that you have seen the scores and you needed to put a good score. So you said you played flat on your second 9.
I played flat on my.
So there was no birdies, there was nothing, it was just pars all the way.
No, I got a birdie on 2 par 5s and 2 bogeys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so the birdie covered the 2 bogeys.
Yes, covered the 2
So,
bogeys.
so you came in with a 36.
I came in with the 36.
Well done, that's good golf.
Thank you,
That's good golf, that's good golf.
Thank you, bro.
Now, let's talk about these 2 trophies.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of confusing, for
Yeah.
even the viewer out there. How can a golfer go and play a tournament and come with 2 trophies, but it's 1 tournament, right? So, I know that this one is gross, right? And that one is net. So please explain to me and to the viewer the difference between a gross trophy and a net trophy.
Well, okay, terrible. And now, okay, in golf we use handicaps. So
Yes.
if you play off a handicap, you play say maybe I did 75 gross.
Okay.
If my handicap is 6, then you subtract 6 from the 75.
From the
that I
score that you have put in.
Yes, from
Oh,
the score
okay.
that I put in. Then it gave me the 69.
So that was
which
the
is
lowest.
net.
Okay.
Then which was the lowest on the day
Yes.
compared to the other guys.
Okay.
Then I won this trophy because of that score that I played on my handicap.
All right.
Yes.
So net, it's your golf score minus your handicap.
Minus any handicap.
Yes.
Yes.
Then you get the lowest, you win the net.
Yeah.
Then the gross.
Then the gross is different. The gross, you calculate every shot that you play.
Okay.
It gives you the gross.
Yes.
Then it means that day, on on amateur side, I played 75 gross,
Okay.
and we were tied with another golfer who played 75 gross as well.
Yes.
But
Let's
just-
not say another golfer because we got a chance to speak to this golfer that you were tied with,
Yeah.
who is Meshak Zwali. So let's mention him, Meshak Zwali.
Yeah. Meshak Zwane did well because he played 69 gross,
Yes.
which means he was supposed to win the trophy. Unfortunately, because he's a professional, he doesn't get a prize like this one.
Yes, yes.
He only play for novelty, so they gave him the novelty.
So technically, you're trying to say to me, this is not your trophy.
Well, it's my trophy because that one, as a professional, it doesn't get a
Yes,
trophy.
okay, yes.
But I was the second lowest in gross.
In gross.
So that is why I got this trophy.
No, right.
Yeah.
So then now you have two trophies.
Yes, I have 2 trophies now for mug, which is the mug is a stroke play in Baban.
Yes, it's a medal play.
It's a medal tournament.
All right, interesting, very interesting, Nicholas. I think before we end, so next month it's March, right?
Yeah.
So will you be able to defend both trophies, or you're defending one trophy? How does that work? Because now the tournament comes back again. The SRIC, you have to play for the mug in March. You're coming as a defending champion. Are you defending both or just one, the amateur one?
Well, Taribo, on that note, I normally, when I go to play a golf, I always try to beat my last score.
Yeah.
Which means I will try to make sure that I play better golf. Better gross than what I did last month. This month.
Okay.
So next month my target is to beat 75. So
Okay.
if I beat 75, then I'll be among those who might win.
So if I'm getting you right,
Yeah.
you are competing against yourself.
I'm competing against myself.
Yeah. So the other golfers that are there, whatever they play, you don't mind.
I don't mind.
As long
I
as
don't
you
mind.
beat the score that you get set for yourself.
Exactly.
No, I think that's very, you know, I think I'll take that tip as well. Because the mistake that most, you know, athletes do, sports people do, is that then they start competing with the next person, you know.
Yeah.
This person is playing like this person is playing like that, then let me try and beat this person, you know. But in golf, is either you beat the golf course or you compete against yourself by trying to beat the golf course, you know. Then if that happens, you're able to grab trophies.
To win, yeah, that's true. On that note, Taribo, I started there. I used to think about other players. I wanted to play better than them. Then I saw that no.
It doesn't
work like that. Actually, a golf course, if you can notice that you play 9 holes on your first 9 and then 9 holes on the second 9. If you can manage to get pars all the way, that will give you 36.
Okay.
And then you play the other 9 and you do par all the way. You play 36, which is 36. It's 72.
It's 72. So you're at par with the golf course.
You at par with the course. But actually, you can even play better than that. Maybe 1 under or 2 under, as long as your focus is to beat the course, not anyone else.
But then, what's the secret? Because I know it's not as easy as you put it, you know.
Yeah.
I also go out there to go play, but I manage not to play pars all around, you know what I mean? You know, some say it's cost management, some say it's different ways of doing it. But what is the secret if you want to play a low score or even reduce your handicap to?
Okay, firstly, if you want to play better golf, I think you have to understand yourself, understand your strength, and know what you are doing.
Okay.
I mean, going to a tee box, it doesn't mean every time you have to hit a driver.
Take a driver, yes.
I mean, you just look at the hole, how it is set
up, designed,
and then you take a club which will give you a fairway. Because, I mean, if you are from the tee box, you have to make sure you are on the fairway so that you will have a good view to the green and then approach the green with the second shot. If you miss the green, then if you are around the green, you have to chip closer to the hole and make a par. Yeah, don't think about distance, because usually we think...
I think that's the mistake that most golfers do.
You make a par.
The longer you hit, the shorter you come closer to the hole.
Actually, the risk of trying to hit it hard, I mean, you don't even get the good shot that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So the best way is to swing to the fairway and from the fairway to the green.
Awesome stuff. I think that is great advice, you know, and great encouragement as well from the golfers out there. Yeah. You know, we've got to get Nicola's secret of winning 2 trophies, secret of winning the mug, and stuff like that. Thank you very much for your time, Nicholas. Wish you all the best in March. You've got a mountain to climb, defending 2 trophies. I hope you manage to do it.
Thank you, Taribo. But let me mention that the next mark is on the 23, if I'm not mistaken.
Of March,
Yeah, because in Babani Golf Club we have a club championship.
Club championship, yes.
Yes, it's on the 2nd and 3rd. So they shifted the mark to be on February.
Oh, okay.
So I hope maybe I will play...
Oh, it's this month?
It's this month, yes.
Oh, okay.
On the 23rd, yes.
Okay.
Only for
That's for March.
February, yeah,
oh,
for
okay.
March, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that means you have a chance to have 4 trophies in 1 month. All right.
Yeah, like I said, my target is to beat the course.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Brian. Sure.
Before we had a chat with local pro Meshak Zwane, he played a 1-hole challenge. Teeing off from the 9th green at the Rural Eswatini golf course the challenge was on.
Sit there. Bro, just challenge me, hey? I'm gonna show him flames.
Meshak found the fairway and Taribo left rough. Meshak putting a birdie to win the hole, falls short.
Okay.
Taribo has this par putt for an advantage to win the hole. He sinks it. Pressure on Meshak to tie the challenge. A miss. Taribo wins. Oops, he misses.
Right at the hole. Thank you for the challenge and for the win, sir.
I hate it. No, that was good.
We're here at the Royal Swazi with a local pro, Mr. Meshach Zwane. Mr. Meshach, welcome to On the Greens.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks for the challenge. It was very noble of you to challenge me
And losing.
on the golf course, and I'm glad that I won against a Swazi pro.
That was good. You played the hole well. What can I do? You won.
All right. Actually, we're meeting you here. We just wanted to briefly discuss about the monthly mug that you played in Mbabane. We know that there was a net score and a cross score. As a pro, which score do you play for? Let's start there.
Well, it's always the cross.
Always a cross, yes.
Yes, that's where you check your game if it's still alive or not.
All right.
Yeah.
So on the given day, on Saturday, you managed to beat the whole field with the net, right?
No, cross.
With the cross,
Yeah.
yes. Almost to beat the whole field with the cross.
Yeah.
How was your game?
Well, my game was good. I'm able these days to serve around the green, something that I could not do before. But now I'm able, and I'm hitting the ball pretty well from the tee. So I think the game is just solid together. I mean, the previous monthly mark, December, was it December?
January.
January, I won the cross again. I shot 68.
Okay.
And then this month again, I shot 69. So you can see it's relatively solid.
All right. Let's speak about what I can call probably a controversy. Right. You won the cross, but you didn't walk away with the trophy. We got a chance to interview Nicholas Vilagati, who won the best net, but now he's holding 2 trophies. And I might say the other trophy really belongs to you. How come you don't have it on your hands right now?
Well, I mean, it's club rules. First of all, I'm a professional golfer.
Okay.
And
What does that mean? If you win, you don't get anything because you're a professional golfer?
no, I mean, I was lucky. I always get the prize.
Okay.
Yes, as a pro, but the trophy, obviously, it's a amateur tournament.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's where it differs. And again, I think it's a good thing, for the amateurs to grow also, to have trophies.
Yes.
It's a marvelous thing.
It's a marvelous thing.
Yeah.
But I think for the viewer out there, it is still confusing. I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. But I think as they get to watch the program, they get to learn golf, they will know that professionals play for a purse, which is money.
Yeah.
And amateurs play for prizes, which is vouchers and even gifts. Is that true?
It is true, but then it depends. It depends. It depends on the tournament itself. You find the organizers, they invite pros like me.
Yeah.
I go and play. Normally, I play to practice, to sharpen up my game.
But within the tournament, you practice.
Yes, within the
okay.
tournament. So they allow us to play. So I think it's a great thing for us because
Okay.
there is no way we can practice. Since we actually struggling getting sponsorship
Okay.
for professionals in the country. So it's another way for us to get going.
Speaking of sponsorship, I know if you have sponsorship as professional golfers, then that means there will be more tournaments.
Yeah.
So what is the calendar looking like in terms of tournaments for professional golf in Swaziland?
Well, I can't really say much
Okay.
because it's just the beginning of the year.
All right.
The PGA office is busy talking to few potential sponsors to come on board. But I must say it looks like we'll play more international games this year because it's really dry at home.
Okay.
So most of the pros, I mean, Jamie Nobuhle,
Yes.
yes, myself, Peter, we basically doing more international tournaments than home because there is nothing happening. But we're hoping companies will come up and just have something for the pros so that they do something at home and they practice.
All right. In this show, we got to profile one of the pros that is based in Nkonyeni,
Yeah,
Robert Shiba.
yeah.
You know, and at the end of his profile, he did encourage parents. He even mentioned your name, that you are part of the pros that help people that want to learn golf, that help kids that want to learn golf. Do you want to tell us more about that initiative that you are in?
Well, I'm under the Swazi Nomads or Eswatini Nomads
Yes.
golf development.
Okay.
There are 3 coaches. It's myself, Moses Shongwe,
Yes.
Peter Lamini. So we go around the country.
Mm-hmm.
We get our kids to come and start the game. And if we spot talent, obviously we then suck them into the development.
Yes.
And obviously there are those who are not promising in the beginning, but later the talent shows up. So it is a great thing for me as a professional, because now I'm giving back
Okay.
what I know. And we are seeing a very good response, because the parents for the kids, they're giving more support than we had before.
Yeah.
We're seeing parents coming to the golf course, especially during tournaments.
Yeah.
And we're seeing parents coming even during clinics. So it's a good sign. Maybe the next 10, 15 years, we're going to be having the best pros, maybe that will take on the world.
From the development that you're doing.
Yes, from the development, because that's the only way one can start, because you must actually get the game while you're still young and
Okay.
grow with it. Yeah.
2 questions for the viewer that wants to know. One question, are your development clinics open to any age group? So anybody can come to learn golf, or it's just specifically for kids? Then the second question, how much is it? You know, golf, they say it's an expensive sport. So now I want to bring my kid to play golf with you guys. I'm also at my age want to learn golf. You know, can you break that down for us?
Okay, the program itself, it is a sponsored program.
All right.
So basically it's relatively costing nothing.
Okay.
You just have to bring the kids.
It's free for the kids.
It's free for the kids.
Right.
Actually, we're taking kids around 4.5 to 18 years.
Okay.
So those are the kids who can be under the development, and then we're helping them to start the game. So it's quite a good program, because you are able to spot talent at a younger age and develop it while the child is growing.
All right. Meshach, thank you very much for your time. You know, and thank you very much for the good job that you're doing with development of the sports in the country.
Thank you very much. Next time I hope I'll beat you.
Train more harder. I'm sitting down here yet again with a February winner, but this time around is a MTN Masters winner. But it's the same winner that has won. He's winning everything this year. Nicholas, welcome again to On the Greens.
Welcome, Taribo.
What's going on, man? You're winning all the trophies.
I guess it's hard work, Taribo. I've been practicing for about a month ago.
Yeah.
So I think these are the results.
Hard work and luck. Is there luck anyway?
Well, let me say, yeah, luck is there. But,
Yeah.
but basically, it's more like if you work hard, then you play. You might win if you are doing like a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we just had an interview about the SRIC Monthly Mug, but now this is a different tournament on its own. This one is not medal play. The MTN Monthly Masters is actually point system, you know. So congratulations, you won it on 40 points.
Thanks, Taribo.
Yeah.
I won it on 40 points. Actually, I was chasing. I wanted to win this trophy for the whole year.
Okay.
2018 I couldn't, because it's one of the biggest tournaments that we
Wait a
play in the
minute.
world. Yeah.
2018, you didn't win a trophy, or you didn't win MTN,
I didn't win MTN.
but you won a trophy 2018.
Not really a trophy, but I won one tournament in Mananga. It was epilepsy.
The epilepsy, yes.
That was the only trophy that I got in 2018. Otherwise, it was a dry season, eh?
Then, wow. Then this year, we just 2 months into the year, you have 3 trophies in a period of what, 2 weeks?
In a period of 2 weeks, yes, that's correct. Like I said, Taribo, it's basically practicing.
Okay.
I was practicing a lot for the past 3 weeks to a month. So these are the results of good practice.
Of working hard. Eh?
Yeah.
I know the golfers always say, Nicola sleeps at the course, Nicola sleeps at the course. Do you really sleep at the golf course?
You can't sleep at the golf course, Taribo. But it's just a saying, the people are saying different things. Otherwise, if I get time, even if it's an hour or less than an hour, I go to the range and then chip and hit long irons.
Okay.
And then that's it. I'm doing putting sometimes. And play a round of a 9-hole if time permits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Coming back to the MTN Monthly Masters over the weekend, it was a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, MTN is different, it's point system.
Yeah.
Your first 9, how many points did you rank in the first 9?
Yo, that was poor, Tariq. I played 17 points on my first 9, which is, my gross was 40 gross.
17 points.
Gave me 17 points because I'm playing off SRIC 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then we went to play a 9 again, the last 9.
The second 9,
The second 9. Then I told myself, it's okay, I've messed up my first 9, then I have to recorrect the mistakes that I did on my first 9.
Oh, okay. Then how many points then you had for the second 9?
The second 9, I played 23 points on gross, then I played 34 gross.
So it's 17 and 23, that was 40.
Yes.
Did you know when you were ranking in, writing your score, putting in that 23, that I think I've won this?
Not really, because usually the winners are winning MTN around 42
Yeah,
to
above 40,
43.
yes.
Yeah, it was my luck day yesterday, because I mean some of the guys didn't play well, so I guess I was better than them on the day.
I know part of the tournament, MTN had another tournament within it, the Master of Masters, meaning all winners of the MTN that has won on 2018 got a chance to compete for them all on their own to win a phone. But during that tournament, it was said that every golfer that is there has a chance to win the phone.
That's correct, Taribo. But well, that one, I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Some of these golfers, I think they couldn't match. I mean, they couldn't play well because they wanted the phone.
They wanted the phone, yeah.
Yes. On my side, I said to myself, okay, this is February.
But golfers have phones, though.
Yeah, they do have phones. But if you win a phone, because that phone is it's very expensive phone.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted to win.
Okay.
For us, because we didn't win MTN, we didn't qualify to play for the phone. Actually, the committee decided that, okay, let them release it. I mean, let them open it for any golfer to win it.
Yeah.
But those guys who won MTN on 2018 got 5 points before the game.
So they had a 5 points advantage.
So yes, they had 5 points advantage compared to us.
Yeah.
So we had to play better than them to beat them with their 5 points that they coming in with.
So how did you feel winning this but not winning a phone, though?
No, I'm cool. I'm happy about this.
Yeah.
Because I got 3 points actually. Because next year we're collecting points each and every round that we play. You get 3 points.
All right.
So I might be part of the guys who will play for the phone.
Nicholas,
end of the year.
Congratulations once again. You know, you're a triple champion. You know, wish you all the best again in the MTN and in all other golf activities.
Thank you, Taribo.
All right,
thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Cheers, Baba.
2019 has seen a change of local golf rules. Luckily here at Eswatini, we have a local pro who understands all the changes of rules. Let's have a look at what Raymond Matosi has to say.
Okay, just to clear it up for you a bit, Taribo.
The new rules say it's okay for me to ground the club in the bunker.
Okay.
I may, if I lose my footing, even before I play, the club may touch the ground, the sand without a penalty. And one other option is that of actually taking the ball out of the bunker for a 2-shot penalty if you don't want to play in the bunker. So I didn't do anything wrong there except play a good shot next to the hole. If you were my caddy now, you wouldn't be allowed to stand behind me before I hit my putt. So your caddy may not stand behind you just before you putt now to align you. So he gives you the line and he walks away. So yeah, please walk away so I can putt.
That's another penalty. You actually didn't remove the flag and you're on the green and you putted the ball in. What does the new rule say?
Taribo, this is 2019. I'm allowed to do this now. From the 1st of January, you may putt with the flag inside the hole, as long as the flag is in the center of the hole and you don't manipulate it to make it lean to either side.
Okay.
That is completely within the rules. Another rule that you're allowed to do now, stuff you're allowed to do on the green, is repair anything that is not that might affect your putt, including ball marks, including where shoe marks, and to a certain extent where the machines might have not done a great job. However, you may only use your equipment, meaning your putter, your big foot, any of your equipment really, including your to fix your line. But you may not bring your own roller onto the greens just before you putt. You can't have your guy drive over the line before you putt. It has to be within the golfing equipment. So no heavy stuff on the greens.
Okay, usually this happens in a golf course. You find your ball held by the flag. Almost like that.
Okay, now you are deemed to have hold out when the ball is within the circumference of the hole. So the ball doesn't need to disappear, it just needs to be
halfway
inside there. As long as it's sitting there comfortably, that's a hole out. That's it, it's done. Your hole is done.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Ray, for clearing the new rules around the green.
Yeah.
And on the bunkers as well.
In the bunker, yeah.
You know, what other rules are there that we can probably try and analyze?
The alignment bit doesn't stop on the greens. Even on the tee, your partner and your caddy may not stand behind you to give you alignment.
Alignment, when you're about to hit
When
your
you're
shot.
about to hit, they can't say, aim a little bit left or aim a little bit right. You need to get on the tee now and just play, because that is supposed to save time. Otherwise, you're going to get penalized for, as an example, in Europe this last weekend, there was a player on tour that had come tied third, Chinese guy. Sorry, I forget his name. He was tied third. He got penalized because his caddy gave him the line on the last green, was aligning him. Giving him the line is not the problem. Aligning him. He aligned him and he got a 2-shot penalty, moved from tied third to 12th. And that cost him $100,000 or euros. You do the math.
It cost him a lot.
It cost him a lot of money. So it could cost you just, it might cost you the monthly mug, or it might cost you, that last prize.
Let's go explain the hazard now. They've changed that from a hazard to a penalty line, isn't it?
Yes.
But we can explain it when we get there.
We'll explain them when we get there. Just to be up with the times, they are called penalty areas now.
All right.
As you may have noticed, I was inside the hazard line and there was something bothering me behind the ball.
Yeah.
In the old rules, in 2018, you were not really allowed to touch anything inside what used to be called hazards. So this is your penalty area line now, from the one yellow stake to the other. And once you on the other side of it, it's the same as if you are inside the water. But if you are lucky enough, you find the ball outside, and now you are pretty much allowed to remove loose impediments, and you may ground your club. In the old rules, you're not allowed to ground your club. Now you grounding the club is actually just putting it behind, touching the ground. Yeah. So now you're allowed to do that under no penalties. So the next time somebody wants to fight you because you did that, they're not allowed to fight you because you are well within your rules.
Okay, let's say my ball went inside the water.
So
What do I do?
what then happens is you take the
ball is in
line.
the water, yeah.
If the ball went into the water there, first of all you have to know for sure that the ball went into the penalty area. So there are two rules. The first rule is you go to the drop zone.
Okay.
If there's an area marked as a drop zone,
Right.
you use that area to play onto the green. There are only two options now, whereas there used to be three. The second option is you take where the flag is now to the point where the ball crossed the hazard line. If the ball crossed the hazard line over here, then you extend as far back as you want, as you like. So this doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be working your way back to the fairways all the time. Sometimes the ball may cross on the side there and your line may extend into the bush.
Okay.
So flag the last point where you crossed as far back as you want. Or you just go to the drop zone. But if some penalty areas will have both yellow and red stakes marked together, so that gives you one extra option. It's the 2 club length option.
Okay.
So if this was now red stakes, if your ball crossed the hazard line over here, and this was red, 2 club lengths, and you mark where your 2 club lengths finishes, and here's another little rule that has changed.
Yeah.
Instead of dropping from up here, from shoulder height,
Shoulder height, yeah.
now you're allowed to drop from knee high.
Okay.
So the shorter you are, actually you get more of an advantage because you're almost putting it down.
Yeah.
But it's from the knee.
Okay.
Whenever you drop the ball now under the new rules, your ball may not roll outside of the 2 clubs. So if this ground was sloping that way and you drop the ball and it went past the point where the 2 clubs finish,
Yeah.
you would have to re-drop. You are not allowed to play the ball from outside of where the 2 club lengths finishes. This applies to all drops. If you've got a 1 club length drop, for instance when it's unplayable, and you take for unplayable lie, or no, unplayable lie is 2 clubs, but in some instances you get 3 drops are basically 1 club length. When you drop, the ball has to stay within the 1 club length. It cannot roll outside of the 1 club length. So that is the other tiny change. Whereas your ball was allowed to roll outside of the 2 clubs without penalty, now it has to stay inside of the 2 club lengths.
It's quite a lot to stomach right now, but I think as golfers start to play, they will get to know the rules as they play. Thanks, Ray, for the rules, and I hope it will be very beneficial to the golfers.
My pleasure. Just a word of advice is get yourself acquainted with the new rules. Get to read them.
Get the book and yeah.
No, the book is too complicated. Just go for, if you want to understand the rules, it's better to get the rules and decisions book, but that's very big. So any rule changes you should now isolate them and study those rule changes. It's easier to remember. When you get the book, you might get into fights on the golf course. So the new rules, I don't know how many of them there are, but they're not a lot. Just get them, get yourself ahead, and stop calling these areas hazards, please.
2019 brings a lot of change in terms of golf rules. Thanks to Raymond Matosi for the golf rules analysis. Coming up next is local highlights. Let's have a look at what went down.
The Mbabane Golf Club hosted the February SRIC Monthly Mug, a well-attended medal golf tournament with the likes of Rashid Mohammed, EEC Sfiso Dlamini, PS Everts Matlopa, and junior development candidates Talsi Legina and Blake Williams, to name just a few. A highly competitive tournament had a number of golfers who had the opportunity to win the mug. Deboho from ESRIC, Kenneth Ngambule and DC Ndombini. Kenneth, playing alongside Everts Matlopa, Vander and Blake Williams, posted a 71 on the day. We hear from him.
So when you were playing your last hole, hole number 9, what did you think your chances were?
Well, I didn't know anything, so I was just playing my usual game. Usually they normally score good scores here, so I wasn't thinking about being at the top or anything.
Okay. Yeah. Walk us through your last hole, hole number 9. We caught you playing your second shot, approaching the green. What club did you use and so forth?
I used an 8 iron. I was at 160 meters from the flag, so I was aiming for the cut shot, but it was straight, so it was just below the green.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had to chip it onto the green?
Chip it onto the green, then I missed my par putts, then I bogeyed.
But overall, are you happy with today's performance?
I'm happy. I'm very happy because I didn't have any chance to practice throughout the week. So the last time I played on Sunday, then I just came and played today. So I'm happy with the way I played.
Okay, thank you for your time.
No, thank you. Cheers.
All right, thank you.
We caught up with DC Ndombini at the 18th, rounding off his play for the day.
It was an amazing front 9.
Okay, tell us more.
I came just a bit tired. It's been a hard 2018. It's good to start the year. And I started off well. I wasn't feeling very well, but my shots, the score I scored. Back 9, please don't ask me that question, but let's just leave it at that.
We caught up with you on the last hole, number 9. Can you just walk us through how you played number 9 and how you felt playing your last hole?
Last hole, yes, 18, because it was the back 9.
Yes,
it was very challenging. I had nothing to lose because I'd already made my mistakes up there. But I'm thinking the swing is there. But I made my mistakes the previous hole. So 18 number 18 had nothing to lose. So it's just I had to try just make a par and finish good.
So did you make the par?
Yes, I made the par. I made the par, fortunately. And wish I made 2 pars before that hole, but it was okay and it was a good turnout today. The golf was good. It was quite there. Wish I brought my A game today.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Deboho, the ESRIC man, recorded a 42 on the first 9 hole and needed a 48 or less to capture the mug. Unfortunately, a few drop shots on hole 6 and hole 7 increased his back 9 score and he was out of contention. Golfer Nicolas Villagati was the biggest winner. He swept the board by winning both the gross and net trophies on the day. Pro golfer Meshach Zwane was runner-up, and coming third on net 70 was Sive Dlamini. Former Mbabane captain Kenneth Nkambule was fifth on net 71, and the last of the prizes went to Rashid Mohammed on net 73. The Nkonyeni Business League kicked off its first games of 2019, played every fourth Wednesday of the month. We had a chat with golf director Franz Strauss.
Franz, 2019, we see the beginning of this year's Business League. What's the plan this year? What's new? Could just give us an overview.
Cool, thank you very much for the opportunity. This year we're very excited about this year.
Okay.
We had 7 new teams joining the Business League this year. Unfortunately, we lost a few in the past year, but we're quite excited about the 7 new ones that's going to join. Also a great opportunity for companies to do promotions, and we also encourage companies to bring their promotional items, the banners, whatever they need to promote their companies. And also the main drive behind the Business League is actually the companies can start talking to each other, and start talking business. That's the whole idea about the Business League, except for having great fun, obviously, on a great course here.
We know there's 2019 and we've got new rules. Are all the news implicated in this year's Business League?
All the new rules are in play for this year. We actually started with the new rules as of the 1st of January. It's exciting in the sense that I think it will speed up the play of obviously. Especially putting with the flag in. There are various rumours on tour at the moment. Paul Mickelson doesn't like it. Bryce DeChambeau loves it. There are mad scientists on tour. So yeah, all the reviews that I read so far is quite interesting about putting with the flag in. They reckon it's actually a better option to leave the flag in rather than take it out.
So this year's Business League format, how is it structured?
The structure this year has changed a little bit from last year. It's very much, you're going to play 11 different teams this year, where previous years you were limited to a group section, and then we're divided up in a cup and a plate division, and then play playoffs from there onwards. This year it's 11 teams that you're going to compete against, and whoever finishes on top of the log will be the winners this year. So
just like the football log.
Just exactly like the football. We tried the rugby log last year, and this year is the Premier League log.
Awesome. Personally, your game, how's your game this year, 2019?
Yeah, so it's been a bit of an up and down ride. But yeah, I'm quite excited. So yeah, hopefully it's my year to turn senior this year, so I'm looking forward to that. I might play 1 or 2 senior events as well, so looking forward to that.
Awesome. All the best in today's game.
Thank you very much. All the best.
All right, thank you. Franz, how many number of bunkers does Nkonyeni have?
Oh gosh, that's quite an interesting question. I think we've already revised that one.
So Ray, how many bunkers does Nkonyeni have?
I don't normally go into them, so as far as I'm concerned, it's like 1 or 2. Just kidding. There's plenty, dude. I never count.
Give us a number.
I'll go for 32.
How many bunkers do you have here at Nkonyeni?
Oh, that's a hard one, Tabibo. I don't know, bro. So many.
Give us a number.
Jeez, probably how many? 68? Yeah, okay.
Mr. Dlamini.
Yes, Mr. Dlamini.
Ambrose Dlamini.
Yes. Who is the Prime Minister of Swaziland?
Obviously, none other than Babe Mlando. Is it my... Wait? Well, but it's Ambrose, so I went to get off his Swazi name. No, it's Ambrose Dlamini. Mandvulu.
Yeah. Who's the Prime Minister of Eswatini?
It's Mr. Ambrose Dlamini.
How long do you think the SO2EO River is?
How long? Gosh, that must be, I don't know, 150 kilometers? I don't know, no idea.
How long do you think this SO2EO River is?
Yo, obviously in kilometers.
Yes.
From where to where?
Across Swaziland.
Bro, I have no idea. I won't lie, I have no idea.
How long do you think the Great SO2 River is in kilometers?
Stretches right across the country, so I'd have to go at 300.
Kilometers?
Yeah, Great SO2. You said Great SO2, right? Yeah. I'll stick with 300.
Who is the last professional golfer to play in Nkonyeni?
That's professional coverage. Louis Oosthuizen.
Are you sure?
Yeah, probably Louis.
Last professional golfer to play in Nkonyeni golf course?
That would be Robert Shiba.
Not local.
Oh, Louis Oosthuizen? Probably,
You sure?
possibly. Yeah, I'll stick with Louis. Wow. Yeah,
Alright, I know. Thank you.
Sharp, gents.
Sharp.
Sure.
I stick
So out of 4, how many do you think you got right?
probably one.
Alright, thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome. No, I think that's about it.
I failed terribly.
Thanks. Join us again as we look at golf activities happening in the country. Do watch this show every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. and on Saturday 4:30 p.m. Follow us on our Instagram page, On The Greens. Till we meet again.